Hey, how are you too? Today we're going to review something special, the new Team Corally Syncro 2-wheel drive. My name is Santiago Salinas and this is the Stuff RC. Please subscribe. For the ones that haven't heard about Team Corally, this is a Belgian brand specialized in high performance bashers and racing trucks. They are pretty well known for three things. Number one, they are extremely durable. Number two, they use high-end parts and electronics in their trucks. And number three, the excellent results in adjustability that you get from their platforms. Even though they are really popular in Europe, it was quite hard to find them here in the United States until around 1 month or 2 months ago, a main hobbyist started distribution of this brand, so you will have all the in-house support that you need. Being said that, let's jump to the main character of this video, the Syncro 2-wheel drive. The Syncro is a ready-to-run 2-wheel drive, one-scale buggy capable to achieve 50 miles per hour. It can handle batteries up to 4 cells, and it comes in 4 different colors: red, green, blue, and orange, if I'm not wrong. Team Corally is addressing the beginner market, stating that this is an excellent platform to start your RC journey. We'll see if that's accurate. Being said that, let's open this baby and let's jump to the details. Okay guys, the only thing I can say is wow, this car looks amazing. But let's go back to the video, and what you will receive inside the box is, of course, the Syncro 2-wheel drive. In my case, I ordered the orange color, and I'm telling you, it looks spectacular. It comes with the user manual for both, for the remote and also the actual truck. It also comes with small antenna protector. And pretty much, and of course, it comes with a remote control. This is the CT2. I don't know if it is 2S or is 25. This is a pretty basic transmitter, but I think this is enough to pretty much drive a basher like this one. Okay, let's start with what you see when you open the truck. I will start with the body. The body has these really cool graphics and stickers. As you can see, where you can read Syncros and sticker, windows are stickers, this kind of details are stickers, so it's a combination of both. A really nice paint job with really nice stickers. The paint is backed with silver paint, which is pretty standard in the ready-to-runs. But in general, I really like the way it looks and the way it feels. This is a pretty thick Lexan, so I think it will last for a long time. As you can see, it comes with body pins. They are big and stiff, so I think these are great body pins, and they are being held to the body with these rubber stripes that once again they feel strong, and the feeling is pretty good. This body has two holes. As you can see, it only has 2 body pins. So this one is a perfect circle and goes on the front. In that way, it will stay. The body will stay in the right position. But on the back, on the rear, you have this oval shape that actually it will help the body to absorb the impacts and without breaking or tearing the legs and around it. So it's a pretty clever design. I don't know if I mentioned, but everybody that works in Team Corally are hardcore RC hobbyists. So when they design a car, they decided thinking that they are driving it. So that's great. Going to the rear wing, this feels really flexible, which is great because remember, this is one of the parts or the pieces that receive more abuse when you are bashing. So this is the way you want it. Let's jump to the wheels and tires. These are 16 millimeters nuts, which is pretty standard in buggies this size. And as you can see, the rear tires are wider than the front one, the front ones. And the reason why is, remember, this is a 2-wheel drive truck. So all the traction or all the power is transferred to the rear tire. So you want the biggest area touching the ground or the floor in order to move this truck. So that's a pretty clever thing to do. Down here, as you can see, we have a really nice skid plate. I really like it. This is, if I'm not wrong, a 3mm skid plate, and the design, it looks amazing. This is a combination. On the belly of the truck you will have a combination of composite elements and the aluminum ones. As you can see, these ones I really like because in the case you receive impacts on the side of the truck, this will be in charge to absorb that impact instead of the aluminum skid plate that pretty much it could be damaged if it receives an impact directly. I really love that one. So now let's jump to the suspension of the truck. Okay, let's talk about the suspension. I will start with this crazy oversized suspension arms. Take a look how thick they are. Same story down here, as you can see. I really like the design of these arms. As you can notice, the corners are really smooth, and this will help you to avoid damages when you hit this arm with whatever thing when you are bashing. So I really like the design. Same story back here. As you can notice, this design is to absorb the impacts, so I really love what they did. Then, as you can notice, the steering links are fixed, so that's because, don't forget, this is meant to be used for beginner drivers. So they are getting rid of some complexity, getting rid with these adjustments. But of course, you can upgrade these arms, and you can find all the parts in the Team Corally website. I'm gonna leave the links down below. What else? Then let's jump to these 16mm big bore chocks that they are made from composites, and as you can notice, they are threaded, so you can adjust the springs on them. They have these aluminum, really nice aluminum caps, and I really love this bright red that they gave us. I think they give a lot of character to the truck, so I'm happy with them. These chocks are being held by this, once again, really oversized chock tab, and they look great. The design is pretty cool. I haven't seen this kind of design in any other brand, so I really like it. We'll see. I think it will last for a long time. Really hard to damage them. What else? Let me see. I think that's it. Oh no, there's something else. As you can notice right here, I don't know if you're able to see it, but here is an aluminum piece, and this is the one that holds the pin that holds the suspension arms. So I really like to see that that's metal. Same story on the rear. Here as you can see, here is metal. What they are giving us right here. So and that's great because that's one of the sections that receive more stress in the whole truck, because it's the one that receive all the impacts of the wheels and tires. So I'm pretty happy to see that. And that, as I said, Team Corally is well known to give us a high-end parts in electronics. So let's jump to the transmission. Okay, let's talk about the transmission. Of course, this is a rear-wheel drive, so you are only receiving one differential. And you guess right, it's the rear one. In the middle, instead of have a center differential, you are receiving a slipper clutch. And Team Corally came with this, at least on paper, pretty cool adjustment system. I don't know if you're able to see this color, this red color right there, where you just adjust that screw and then you adjust the resistance of the slipper clutch. Pretty convenient. I'm really impressed with that system. I haven't tried, as I say, on paper it looks great. And then on the motor, we are having this 13-tooth pinion that I think is a great call for this type of truck because of two reasons. Number one, this is addressed to beginner drivers, so you don't want to drive that fast when you are starting with your truck because you can damage it. And number two, this is a rear-wheel drive truck, so it's harder to handle it comparing it with a four-wheel drive truck. So I think it's a great call what Team Corally did with that pinion. We will see once we drive the truck. What else I have to mention about the transmission? There's something else that is really important. This truck is based on the Syncro 4, that is a four-wheel drive truck. So pretty much they use the same chassis, same pretty much everything. So if you want, in the long run, you can upgrade this truck to jump from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, just changing some components and adding some stuff to this platform. So I think, and to be honest, I want to do it. I will do it in some point just to because I truly enjoy to build stuff. So, and that's a great upgrade. Being said that, let's jump to the electronics. Talking about electronics, Team Corally is giving us waterproof electronics, and I will start talking about the Pulse G2 135 ESC. As its name says, it will deliver 135 amps to the system, which I consider is plenty of power. Besides that, it comes with a BSC that will deliver between 6 volts and 7.4 volts to the servo. It can handle between 2S and 4S batteries. It comes with a XT90 plug, which I consider that is great because this is pretty universal and everybody pretty much is going in this way in the hobby. Besides that, it has 11 different settings that you can program. And locally, you can use the setting button in order to do it. You have a running mode, LiPo cells, cutoff voltage, ESC thermal protection, motor thermal protection. I think you will have to change the motor with this one because this is a sensorless motor. Motor rotation, BSC voltage, brake force, reverse force, start mode, and drag brake. And as you can notice, all of these, in each of these settings, you see that these cells are they are gray, and the meaning is this is the default setting. So pretty much you can play with this one. I think the one I'm gonna change is the voltage on the servo. First, I have to confirm if that servo can handle 7.4 volts. Besides that, I think the rest I'm gonna leave them in the way they are. I'm gonna adjust them based on my driving experience once I use the truck. This beauty is fitting the Curon 725 4-pole 2150 kV brushless motor. And as you can see, it has an aluminum housing that has been CNC machined in order to create a heatsink. I really like the design and the way this thing looks. And I'm super excited to see how it performs. Looks pretty neat. And also it's fitting the CR7225 servo. This is a 25 kilogram servo, waterproof servo. And I'm pretty pleased to see that they are giving us an aluminum servo horn. Something important to mention is 25 kilograms, I think, is plenty because this is a rear-wheel drive truck, so the front wheels won't put that much pressure on this servo. So with the battery tray, we are receiving Velcro straps. Some people like them, some people don't. In my case, I'm okay with them. And let's see what you can fit in them. Here is an Spectrum 5000 3 cells battery, and it fits perfectly. As you can notice, this is like the perfect size for this truck. But also you can adjust this plate right here. You will be able to fit an 8000 battery, 3 cell battery. Everything is perfect for this truck. Right now I don't have any 4S LiPos, so I cannot show you how they fit, but 3S fit perfectly. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. In the case you want to improve the strength of this chassis, even though for me it's crazy strong, you can add a brace bar. Then you can buy it separately from Team Corally, and this truck is ready to accept it. So let me install it and I'll be back. The only thing you have to do is remove this little plate right here, and then the fitting of this brace bar is perfect. So let me put some screws because they are not providing with these 4 screws that actually need on the edges of the bar. And see you in a bit. brace bar installed, so the only thing that is left is some running time with this baby. See you outside. Stop! There you go!
Go! All the way, all the way!
Stop! And actually this is a two-wheel drive, so it's a little bit tricky to handle it, but I feel that is fairly good.
Of all the audio.
Wow, this is a pretty fun truck.
Let's try again. Yes.
And here are my final thoughts. I will start with two things. Number one, the Team Corally Syncro 2WD is a really fun platform to drive. And number two, the driver for the running time that you just saw was a 9-year-old kid without any experience with hobby-grade RC trucks. So, being said that, I will start with the pros. Number one, I was super surprised on how much control you have on this truck, even though it's just a rear-wheel drive one. And the other thing I was impressed is how well balanced is the power that the ESC and motor delivers to the platform combined with the 13-tooth pinion that Team Corally is giving us. You receive plenty of speed without sacrificing any control, and that's just huge for a rear-wheel drive platform. Being said that, as I mentioned, a super beginner drove this car as a champ, and I drove this car, and both of us, we had plenty of fun. That for me, that's the most important thing in any truck. Combining that with an amazing price, I feel that you receive plenty of value with this platform. There's a few cons, just two, and they are really minor ones. The number one is the wheel nuts. These are not seared, so you will have to add some thread locker in order to reduce the risk of losing them while you are driving or bashing it. And the other one is a clearance issue between the body and the chassis. If you are planning to use a 5000 battery or less, you won't have any troubles. But in my case, I use an 8000 one, and when you use a battery that big, the body doesn't sit properly on the chassis. I had to play a lot with the battery in order to make it fit. But even though I was able to do it, the battery actually, I suffered some rubbing problem with the body and I damaged it. So as I said, it's a minor problem, but it's something that you have to know. So I think that's it, guys. I highly recommend this truck. It's a great value from my point of view, and I'm pretty happy that I have one. So my name is Santiago Salinas. This is the Stuff RC. Please subscribe and see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.